Timothée Chalamet is a movie star who is getting richer day by day. Timothée went from modest prestige films like Call Me By Your Name, Lady Bird, and Little Women, to collaborating with Netflix on The King and starring in Dune, which has a budget of $165 million. In other words, Timmy has clearly recognized his main character energy and is cashing in. So, how has his new venture into the world of blockbuster films influenced his net worth? It's time for a breakdown. Let's start off with his childhood years. Chalamet was born in New York City on December 27, 1995, and possesses the dual U.S. and French citizenship. He spent most of his summers as a boy with his father's parents in their home in the French city of Lyon. During his time there, he trained younger youngsters at a soccer camp, which fueled his childhood desire to become a professional soccer player. Back in the United States, he was admitted to Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music, Art, and Performing Arts. His sporting goals swiftly gave place to acting ambitions while he was there. By the time he graduated, he'd gotten excellent reviews for his roles in school plays and had even started to build a name for himself in the wider world. After a brief spell at Columbia University studying cultural anthropology, he went to New York University's Gallatin School of Individualized Study to focus solely on his growing acting career. If this introduction story made you admire him, just wait until you see him shine in his movie roles. Let's continue with his starting career from commercials to feature films. As a child, Chalamet persuaded his parents to apply for jobs after finding his interest in acting. He was a success, and before he was in his teens, he'd appeared in a slew of advertisements and even a few short films. His first notable television appearance was in an episode of Law & Order. Timothée then starred in the TV movie entitled Loving Leah, before starring in an off-Broadway production of The Talls. He had regular appearances in shows like Royal Pains and Homeland by 2012. The latter series catapulted the young Chalamet to popularity, and his performance garnered him numerous honors and distinctions. Following a brief role in 2014's Men, Women, and Children, he rose to prominence as Matthew McConaughey's kid in Interstellar. This picture grossed $675 million worldwide and considerably aided Chalamet's career. Other roles followed in Worst Friends and 1 and 2. He then finished a busy 2015 with roles in The Adderall Diaries and Love the Coopers. Even though Timothée was quite active during this time, he later revealed that he expected greater levels of success after acting in Interstellar. He also mentioned that he had auditioned unsuccessfully for several vital parts in films such as The Neon Demon and White Boy Rick during this time. In 2016, Chalamet returned to the theater in a theatrical version of John Patrick Shanley's autobiographical play, Prodigal Son. As a result of this performance, he received the Lucille Lortel Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Play and was nominated for a Drama League Award. He finished the year with a role in Miss Stevens, which received positive feedback. And now, let's talk about his breakthrough. By 2017, Chalamet's performances were garnering fantastic reviews, but he hadn't yet reached the point where he could pick and choose his roles. In fact, he subsequently acknowledged that he was upset that Interstellar didn't propel his career in the way he expected, and that he was turned down for many roles in the years that followed its publication. But then came Call Me By Your Name, and Timothée Chalamet's name was on everyone's lips. The New York Times named him one of the year's top 10 actors. He became the third youngest person in history to receive an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Timothée also appeared in Hot Summer Nights in 2017, which garnered mixed reviews. That year, he also appeared in Hostiles and Lady Bird. In 2018, Chalamet landed one of his most defining parts in Beautiful Boy, in which he played a meth-addicted adolescent. The film, which also starred Steve Carell, was well received by critics. Timothée was nominated for a variety of awards yet again. After sexual assault charges against Allen became public, he performed in Woody Allen's A Rainy Day in New York and donated his pay to charity. Later, he portrayed Henry V of England in the Netflix film The King. He appeared in Little Women in 2019, and he hosted an edition of Saturday Night Live in 2020. At the same time, Chalamet plays the famous main character of Paul Atreides in the film adaptation of Frank Herbert's seminal science fiction novel, Dune. The film, which is based on the cult classic science fiction novel of the same name, follows Chalamet's character on a journey to save his people and, potentially, the entire universe. A role like this is clearly no easy task, and Timothée Chalamet's net worth in 2021 reflects that. For everything we know about how much Timothée Chalamet is worth today, just keep on watching. Now that he's starting to make a name, he has garnered the title of the fashion industry's most powerful icon. Chalamet has been described as a fashion icon, with his hair, jawline, and androgynous looks highlighted as his trademarks. Vogue named him the most influential man in fashion in 2019 and credited him for continuing to ply the boundary between traditional masculinity and femininity, writing, "Those fashion choices are all the more impressive considering that Chalamet styles himself." In 2020, Gentleman's Quarterly ranked him as the best-dressed man.
There he is, the world's most fashionable man. Wait, is it stylish? The best-dressed man, the best-dressed man in the world.
No, not true.
How do you feel about that?
Very
uncomfortable.
Not expecting that, very random.
Really?
The event was part of the Costume Institute's show in America, A Lexicon of Fashion. Chalamet became a Cartier brand ambassador in September 2021 and joined at the Met Gala in 2021, alongside several other celebrities. And now let's talk about how rich Timothée Chalamet has become. But first, here's a little fun fact about Timmy. Did you know that Timothée Chalamet auditioned for Tom Holland's Spider-Man role? In an interview, Timmy discloses that the audition wasn't that easy. Timothée said, "I read the script twice and left sweating and in a total panic." In the end, the part went to Tom Holland, but fortunately, everything worked out well for both of them. And now, let's continue with Chalamet's secret business. Chalamet's career has been built on the strength of his abilities. The actor himself revealed this October 2021 that he was, in fact, the famous modded controller 360. During an interview with YouTube Nate Hill, Chalamet and fellow Dune actor Zendaya addressed their experiences with video games. Chalamet explained how he became interested in titles like Luigi's Mansion and Super Smash Bros. He then proceeded to play Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 when he revealed himself to be the proprietor of Modded Controller 360. He described his method of spray painting controllers and selling them for $10 each, which brought him a tidy $30 profit.
Here's the front. So get behind 72. This is pretty much what it would look like. And again, I have you for $10, plus shipping and handling and the new controller.
Dune has enjoyed tremendous success, with both Zendaya and Chalamet appearing as playable skins in Fortnite, which was revealed to them during an interview, much to Chalamet's surprise. He said that was one of the trippiest things he had ever seen in his life. Well, who would have guessed that this youngster, who color mods Xbox 360 controllers, would be in a video game himself?
I'm on my way. Fortnite's still too difficult for me.
Yeah,
it's too much.
It's a hard one
yeah,
to jump into.
Yeah, there's too.
Like,
yeah, I get really stressed out. So just that would be over to you and like you.
So, how much is Timothée Chalamet's net worth? According to Celebrity Net Worth, Timothée Chalamet's net worth is a staggering $10 million as of 2021. To put this in context, Chalamet's net worth in 2020 was roughly $6 million, which implies that his net worth has nearly doubled since filming his role in Dune. Aside from Dune, the majority of Chalamet's net worth comes from his other main performances in films such as Call Me by Your Name, The King, Little Women, and the upcoming movie as the young Willy Wonka. At least, that's what Celebrity Net Worth says. Timmy's exact profit for these films hasn't been revealed. Still, some substantiated web sources indicate that he's making a whopping $2 million for Dune alone, which is a lot, and might even climb depending on what Timmy negotiated in terms of box office profits and residuals. His net worth has skyrocketed in the last year. Timmy was predicted to be worth $6 million in October 2020, which means he's made $4 million in a single year. As a reminder, Timothée gave his money from Woody Allen's A Rainy Day in New York to 3 separate charities in the aftermath of long-standing abuse allegations from Woody's daughter, Dylan Farrow. He said in an interview, "I have been asked in a few recent interviews about my decision to work on a film with Woody Allen last summer. Due to contractual restrictions, I am unable to explicitly address the question, but I can say this. I don't want to benefit from my work on the film, so I'm donating my full salary to 3 charities. Time's Up, the LGBT Center in New York, and RAIN, which stands for the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network." See, he doesn't only have a lovely face, but he also has a good heart. After all of these, Timothy's net worth is expected to increase by millions during the next 10 years. Timothée is on a clear path to permanent A-list status thanks to his undeniable leading man energy and the fact that his most recent films will almost probably earn him another Oscar nomination, if not an Oscar win. In other words, he'll continue to land expensive jobs and will most likely become one of Hollywood's highest-paid stars. Unless, of course, his upcoming Willy Wonka origin narrative musical pulls a cats and bombs, which we cannot allow. Anyway, back in March 2020, some fans anticipated Timothy's net worth would raise to $60 million by the end of the decade. It has already been increased from $6 million to $10 million in less than a year, and that forecast appears to be accurate. This lovely guy clearly deserves every penny he earns for gifting the world with his jawline, messy hair, and of course, his talent. Therefore, the fans are excited to see his net worth continue to rise. We'll keep you updated as things change, so stay tuned. What do you think about Timothée Chalamet? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and please subscribe and hit the like button. You can turn on the notification icon so you don't miss out on any of our incredible videos. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next video.